Alright, so I just opened up this box. I went through one roll and I got three wheats. A 54, two 54 Phillies and a 56 Philly. So I don't know if this is going to be an amazing box for wheats or if that was just a lucky roll, but I'll turn you guys back on next week. Guys, so this is pretty crazy. This is the first time I've ran into this, and this is the second roll right there. Besides this one, which is a 1963, they're all wheats, all different years, but they all have this milky pink solution that's dried out on them. You got a 46 there, a 46 there, a 56 Denver, a 40 Philly, 52 Philly, a 1925, a 56 Denver, and then a 57 Denver. So I'm going to open the next roll live, and hopefully there's wheats in it. And then I guess afterwards I'm going to clean all these without cleaning them too much if it's in a key date or something, just to try and save it. If I decide to send it in, I don't want to get a details grade on it. But let's open this next roll live. Alright, you can see it's very clearly sealed. There's no question about that. But now I'm going to open it up and hopefully... there's also a lot of 1982s and 2011s, like that right there. Well, take my word for it. It's a 2011. All right, there you go. So 2011, 94, 63. Here's a wheat right here, 1953. There's that 55. 53. With that stuff on it. And even the coins that aren't wheats have a little bit of that milky-ish color to it. 1954. So there's a wheat. But it doesn't have that milky color on it. There's a Canadian 83, and I'll be going over all these closer. Here's a 57. So there's a wheat. Come on, camera. Well, hopefully you can see it says 1 cent on the back. Well, it's a 57. And then 94. Blah, 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 blah. Here's another wheat, it looks like. Yep. 1919. Look at that. 1919. And it's really not in bad condition, besides that stuff on it. Alright guys, here's the semi-wrap-up. I have the 1980s right here, the 1970s, 60s and 59s, a couple of the better looking ones I pulled out, even though they don't look that great in my camera, a couple of the 1960s, the 1974S, and a couple Canadians. Now there are going to be more San Franciscos because all of these are wheat pennies. Every single one. But they have this crusty film on them. So you got 1929, 1953, 1955, 1957, 58. There was a couple 1919s, a couple 1918s, 17s. That's a 1917D right there. 46S, 44D, 55, 1918 right there. 1918. But as you can see, it all has this stuff over it. There's 1917. Not all of them, but a very good percentage has this pink weird coating stuff on it. So I'm going to Google the best way to clean this. I think it's vinegar and salt. And then hopefully some of this stuff comes off and they look a lot better. There's a 1917 San Francisco right there. Alright guys, so I'm making a mixture. I got my baking soda and water right there. But first I got my vinegar. And I already poured vinegar in here. Now I'm going to pour salt in here, mix that up. And then here are all the wheat pennies. So I'm going to mix the wheat pennies in after I mix the salt and vinegar together. And then I'm going to rinse them off with that so they don't fall down the drain. I'll just rinse them off with water. And then I'll put them in the baking soda solution and water. And apparently that brings the shine back. So let me mix this stuff together. Okay, so I grabbed a random one. Looks like a 1956 Denver. Just submerging it halfway. It looks like it cleaned a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead. Dump them all in there. Kind of splashed on me, now it stinks. But it's alright. Guess I should probably do this with my fingers, huh? Guess I'll just go all in. Oh, it's definitely starting to make it, they're brighter. Alright, I'm gonna mix this up and I'll turn you guys back on. Okay, so it's been 3 or 4, 5 minutes at the very, very most. And as you can see, they're coming out a lot better than what they were. But weirdly, they still have that weirdish pink tint to it. I don't know what could have caused that. I'm going to let them soak for another minute. I don't want to let them soak too much because they can start to corrode. So I'm going to let them sit and then I'll wash them off. And I'll turn you guys on when I'm putting them in the baking soda to try and get a little polish back. Alright guys, so now they're in this baking soda water mixture. They said to make it a little slimy. I put a little bit too much water in there. But I put a lot of baking soda in there, so you can see it's quite milky. With a lot of powder still at the bottom. So I'm going to let them sit in here for a few. Definitely cleaner. $19.57. $19.54. $56. Another $56. Alright, so I'll turn you guys back on once I get this cleaned up and I get them all organized by date and year. Alright everybody, I just counted them, put them in order by date and mint, and there are a total of 136. Starting with the lowest first, that's actually in 1917. and then a 1917D, 1918, we got 3 of them, 1919, 1920, 25, 29, 30, 36, 38, 40, 41, 42, 42D, 43, 44, 44D, 45, 46, 46D, 47, 48, 49, 50 Denver, 51 Denver, 52 and 53 Phillies, 53 Denver, 54 Philly, 54 Denver, 55 Philly, 55 Denver, 56 Philly, and then we get to the ones that I have approximately 10 each of, and that would be 56 Denver, 57 Philly, 57 Denver, 2 58s, and probably about 6 58 Denvers. So besides the last 4 years, they were pretty spread out. I was very happy with it. And for the San Franciscos, we got a 1917 S, which is in very, decent condition for its year, surprisingly. Also, a 1940 San Francisco, 45, 46, 46, 50, 51, and 52. I have not checked these for repunch mint marks or double dyes or anything like that, but I'm going to. And if I see anything, I will let you guys know on the wrap-up. What's up, everybody? Portrait Coins here, and there you have one box of pennies, 137 wheats. There was actually one stuck in the box when I was pouring it in the vinegar and salt, and it got stuck in there, so I didn't see it. It was just a 1944 Philly, so nothing huge. But 137 wheats, so the most wheats I've ever gotten in a box. I was very, very happy with that. I wish whatever happened to them didn't happen, because, I mean, they just would have been better off without whatever was on them not on them. They would have came out, probably brown and not pink, but I don't know, I just would have preferred them to have regular dirt on them rather than that solution of whatever it was. But either way, very happy with it, and I went to the bank and got a box of quarters and also a box of pennies that came with that other box of pennies, so hopefully there's a lot of wheats in there and they don't have that pink stuff on them. But either way, I mean, we had some low mintage years, so I'll definitely take it. I just want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Alright, everybody have a good weekend.